don't think she's had all the time. But the fact that she acts out is scary. I am so mad that you guys just, I feel like you totally don't respect me. And I try to invite you to the pool, I offer you dinner, I try to make you my friends, I offer you to get in the hot tub, and then I come home after something traumatic happens to my family today, and my cat almost gets murdered, and you're like nonchalant, like I'm lying about it again. You don't even apologize.
I'm just trying to be progressive about it and just...
I need communication, okay? Because without communication, it's a fucking problem.
And I'm sorry.
The fact that you say you can't talk to me, and you're gonna ignore what happened to my family today, and my cat, and the kid here last week, and you're just rolling your eyes at me. Seriously?
I did not roll my eyes at you. I'm making direct eye contact with you, and I'm listening to what you're saying.
Okay, so what do you have to say?
We're out of here, okay? It's just too much. Each week you pile on more demands. Like when we moved in here, it was we're going to pay a dog person to come once a week to scoop food, and then it became every couple days.
Did you guys put an effort into getting a dog person?
No, I mean like
What do you take responsibility for anything? Because all I hear in your mistake today is that you're blaming me for your dog shit and your dog attacking. What's your stance? Because all I hear is that every week you pile on more and more to me, and poor pitiful me, and not, Alexis, this is not okay. This is a problem. This is dangerous.
So I have been extremely kind towards you, letting you use my stuff, doing free labor for you, like
free labor. That was your month of July's rent.
Okay, what about that toilet over there?
You told me
4 hours.
That's not my problem. You're not good at your job.
Line?
It's not my I saw the way you work. Other plumbers have seen the way you work. If it takes you 4 hours to install a toilet, there is a problem.
Yes.
You told me that you were going to do plumbing here. You guys need to leave because we're not the same kind of human beings. You're not being a good person at all. You guys need to leave. You can't come back here. You can't. You can come back here anytime and get your stuff. You can call me and get permission. But you guys are not the same kind of human being I am. You gave me your word you were going to do my plumbing. I gave you my word I was going to let you move in. You gave me your word you were going to handle your dog shit, and you did it. And you're still not. You told me.
The text message I sent you. The agreement was that I'm going to do the downstairs plumbing. I threw in that as a kindness, and I threw in the toilet.
You told me you were going to do that too, okay? And the sink. You were going to do all the plumbing. Get out and don't come the fuck back. We can go to court. I have videos of your dog trying to attack those kids. I have videos of our conversation. I will give you a deposit back. Get out of my house. I don't want anything to do with you again.
All right.
This is not okay. It's not working. You're in denial, and your dog is going to hurt my family, and then your dog will end up dead in the SPCA because of this. I've warned you twice. I've warned you twice I'm going to call animal control. I've been trying to be compassionate and not do that and give you a chance to get out. You're not respecting anything to do with your dog. You're not cleaning up the yard. I'm having to nag you about it, and that I want to live with adults, not children. I have my own children to raise. You clearly are not responsible with your animal. You don't even let her out in the morning before you leave for work. You leave that on us.
No, I do that every morning. I let her out before I go to work.
Why don't you clean up your shit then?
In the morning?
Every night. Today was your day. Why didn't you do that?
Well, because we're trying to figure out what to do with Kara. We're waiting to get a response.
You told me that you had an option from your mom.
Right, so then when I call my mom, I get told that she's leaving to Texas, and I was like, wait a minute. So that ended up being this long phone call, so now I'm going with my mom to Texas, and I had to deal with work, getting them days off. I had to deal with making sure it's square with Katie.
Things were crazy for me tonight. I couldn't get to the poop. I'm sorry. We're trying to find a situation. Communication is how you show somebody you're respecting what's happening.
Okay, and I think that me offering, like, as Katie loads up the car, I'll go outside and I'll pick up the poop.
No,
I think
it's fine. I just really want you guys to get your own place because I don't feel safe with you in my house or the dog anymore.
That's fine.
You lied to me. You told me you were going to help me with my plumbing down here as a result of the rent. We talked about it in person because I did not understand your text message.
My bad.
It was in front of Brett. So if you're going to throw things in my face, because I've not thrown anything in your face, except I'm expecting you to be responsible. I've not done anything or put any demands on you that are not that of a person in a responsible situation. If you live in an apartment complex, you will get kicked out in 3 days if they give you a notice for not cleaning up your dog poop. You can't do that here. I have said it over 10 times. Pick up your dog shit. Pick up your dog shit. What's the problem? Pick up your dog shit. Why can't you pull your trash can in? These are not things that we should have to have a conversation about ever. Now you guys got on the trash can. I was like, hey, cool, thank you. Like, they're learning. That's great. Maybe it could be a good situation. And I understand that, but then I'm working for 3 days and there's 3 days of dog shit
No,
outside.
I cleaned it up on Tuesday.
Yeah,
and
so
I
I
thought
started
we
cleaning up on
3
Monday.
containers of dog shit out there.
there should not
Ringo
have
poops
been.
once a day. Zoe will not poop in the backyard. She only poops
No,
in the
she
dog.
poops out back. I saw her poop 2 times yesterday.
Whatever. Today's
What?
your day. It needs to get done every day. So I'm upset that you don't take any responsibility for what she does. And you guys treat me like there's something wrong with me because of what she's done. It's not okay. You're in denial. I understand that.
Well,
You know what?
we're
Why
on
don't
our
you just
way
let us
out.
head on out of here? This is just way too much friction. Like, I don't know. I moved into here with the intentions of just it being like super chill.
Me
We can
too.
all help each other out.
Yep,
I like
I
being
agree.
helpful.
I had the best intentions as well. But when it comes to Kira and something happening, I feel really disrespected. I feel like my family's being disrespected, and I feel like the things that you've said to me are very hurtful.
And I feel like we're being disrespected more so with the tone of voice that you take with us. With, like, the other day, I walk in the door, and it was, hello? And I was like, hey, what's up? And you're like, so did nobody pick up dog poop for the last 3 days?
I said, when was the last time?
No,
When was
verbatim.
the last time you picked up dog poop? Monday. Okay, well, I've been working for 3
I
days.
saved it in my head because that shit flipped me immediately, and that, like, ruined my...
I'm sorry you can't handle talking about dog poop.
No.
You should be able to. You're 24 years old.
When you walk home, the first thing... When
You
somebody
should be
talks
able
to
to
you,
handle
like,
it.
somebody's like, you're a piece of shit, like,
Didn't say that to you.
metaphorically.
Didn't call you names.
It
I
was-
said, I've been gone for 3 days. When was the last time someone picked up dog poop? Because I picked up 3 buckets of it today. Okay, Robert, it needs to get done every single day. You said Monday. I didn't know Katie did it the day before. Her and I had a conversation later on that night.
Yes.
She told me she did it the day before. You get home first. Katie works late. I'm unclear on why you go downstairs after I asked you to get all of the hair off the thing, and then you wait until the next day, and I have to say something to Katie to get it done. I'm unclear why you're leaving it all on her. I'm unclear. It doesn't make sense.
Do we not
If
see
you
any
can't
sleeping
handle a conversation when you walk in the door, I'm sorry. You're gonna need to grow a fucking pair of balls because shit gets worse from here when you get older. Trust me.
You see, I've gone through a lot of mental growth, and I realize that yelling at people and being fucking angry
But
at
not
people all
taking
the time
responsibility is okay?
is not, no, I understand what I'm accountable for.
What are you
so-
accountable for? Because I've not heard you take any responsibility.
I'm accountable for keeping this shit nice, right? Keeping your house nice, and I guess my dog as well.
Okay.
I'll agree. I've been pretty lax
Mhm.
with Kara, and I do, and I'm not calling you a liar, but it's just really hard for me to like just picture that, especially when I get home and like she's been really lethargic since she had that allergic reaction. In fact, worryingly so. In fact, she actually just came out of her harness because she just lost a bunch of weight. So
She's been playing with
I'm
Zoe
like,
for 2 days too.
I'm wondering what the hell, because like my dog's losing weight. I went outside, like she's super gassy. She didn't go outside and poop. I watched her for way too long of time because
So now you're not taking responsibility. You're trying to say something, doing something to your dog.
No.
We went
I
from
guess I'm going on.
we went from me telling you what you're accountable for you telling me something's wrong with your dog,
I'm accountable for keeping the shared space nice.
and you think that you've done that
I am.
equally.
No, I've had faults with it. I'm not afraid to say that. Like I missed.
The
my
fact that you're
mistakes.
the reason why I get so upset is because you're so inconsiderate when it comes to something that happened. It's really disturbing that you don't care enough about the animals in my home, my friends' kids, to really take it serious.
You said she's never been around cats, correct?
No, she's
No,
been
she's
around.
been around.
You told me when you moved in here she's never been around cats.
She's been
Not for
around
like
cats, but not a lot.
extended periods of time, but like.
Well, there's a lot of
I guess this is-
stimulation in this house. There's 5
There's a lot of
cats,
people,
that's
there's a
all.
lot of dogs. This is a new
It's
environment for her. It's not a good one.
Yeah.
Right. So
And I
we
do
both
agree
agree
with that.
Zach here being here doesn't work. So that's why.
And most of the time it does. Most of the time she's great. Except for the
Right.
barking, which is okay. We can figure that out, but not attacking.
And I understand
We're
that.
past figuring
Okay.
it out. We figured it out.
I don't
It's-
feel like you guys are taking me serious, and it's scary to me.
I get that, and that's why we're trying to get her out and what we were trying to do today. And I was working, so I couldn't really respond right away. to any of it, and I
Well,
didn't
you
know
guys
what
get
you
home
had
pretty
planned.
early and it's 9.
Yeah, I've been doing laundry. and
Please,
picking
yeah,
up
I know,
clothes.
you can call me, you can send a text message, tell me what's going on.
Ugh.
Your dog
I'm
attacked
really
a kid
bad
and my
with
cat,
that
you
too.
really need to communicate better if you don't want her at the pound.
Well,
I mean, that's just pretty much common sense. Let me handle something that's distressful so I can make sure that's okay.
I mean,
so
I totally understand.
what's the point in talking about that anymore? This is literally the last time Kira's going to be standing here.
Okay. Because I don't appreciate that you twisted some things that you told me, you gave me your word on, and I always keep my word. And this is not okay. I don't trust you. This is the second time you've personally attacked me. This is the second time that you've changed what you originally said you were going to do. How am I supposed to trust you in my home? That's hard, Robert. You've personally attacked me twice. You've cried about having an adult conversation about dog shit. How am I supposed to even respect you or trust you?
Well, I don't need to earn your respect anymore. I have been beyond nice. Like let me use my drill. Like just a little shit like that. I feel like every single interaction that I've had with you, I've tried to make it a positive one.
So what?
Okay, I've tried to be helpful. If I
I
saw
agree.
that you're doing something,
I think you are.
Okay, so how am I being disrespectful?
Because I think you're disrespectful and we've had to have a dog shit conversation as many times as we have. We've had to have a conversation, I don't even know why we would have to have a conversation about dishes or cleaning up nose prints or helping with hair. To me, if I'm coming into somebody else's house and I have an animal and we're sharing a house with animals, I am going to be super diligent about participating in that. The fact that you don't care until I have to say something just shows a lack of respect for the home and for the homeowner, for your roommate. The fact that I had to ask you, like I have to ask a teenager, to clean up your stairs after there's this much hair on both sides and I literally cleaned up half of it with my hands, shows a lack of respect. I thought you were adults.
I think our standards for a living environment differ. So when he pointed out the stairs, like I was totally oblivious. I couldn't even see what was on the stairs until I actually swept it up. And like I got to the bottom, I'm like, damn, wow. But like I walked up and down the stairs
You also
and
saw
I
how
just don't
upset
see it.
and scary it was for me to have to deal with Kira and the attacking of the little kid the last time. And then it's happened again today, so it brought all those same feelings, all those same fears. And then you guys not communicating with me, like, oh my God, this sucks. I don't know what's going on, but something's happening. We're gonna figure this out. You just leave me on red. No communication.
I sent out the one text message. I don't know. Did you get it?
I got one about put Kira in the basement. So
Because
we
like
let her
even when
outside.
we were
sent that
downstairs in the
one.
room together, her phone went off and she got a text message from me, and it took like 5 or 10 minutes before I got the very same text message. I don't know if you got my texts, but it's one I sent at work, and it was
I
we'll
have
get
it
Kira
on
out
my
of there
phone.
today. I'm sure I didn't mention a time, but like by midnight she was gonna be out of here. So that ended up being an ordeal, and I'm sorry I didn't communicate to you.
Well,
I'm
it not
really
only
bad.
brings up the feelings of last time, you telling me I was making this up, when you're not responding to me, how do you think it makes me feel when I have to bring this to you again and I get the same negative response with no communication? I'm a human being.
I thought you got my text message.
But how do you think that makes me feel? This happened before. I was scared before. I saw it with my own eyes. Today it happened again. You called me a liar before.
Right, but my response to this time was, all right, Kira's out.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like, it was
Okay.
that. I didn't say it first thing, like, when I got back, because I still need to figure that out. But I knew the only thing that I could contribute to that is, well, it happened again.
So why
Kira's
is your
gotta
mom?
go.
Is your mom moving to Texas?
No, she just wants to go down and see her mom, and it's a long drive.
It's
'Cause
their
it's her mom's
birthday.
birthday
And
coming.
you guys
so
are
she
going to
go.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't have anyone to watch Kira.
And I mean, spontaneous trip sounded nice.
What happened with your sister in that relationship
My sister?
that you just moved out from?
Well, we just kind of got over living with each other, and
It's hard to live with people.
Mm-hmm.
It requires a lot of effort.
that situation.
And I do- This one is not ideal for me. It's very scary to live with a dog that is unpredictable. And I know that 90% of the time she's a sweetheart. I like her. Today was scary. Last week with Maria's kids was really scary.
And I believe that she chased
I'm
the
not
cat, but
disagreeing
she
with
does
you.
chase cats.
Yeah, but she didn't. Normally she chases the cat and then she leaves him alone.
Yeah.
Today she cornered the cat, started snarling and barking at the cat and snapping like she was going to attack her. And I was right there. She did the
Yeah.
same thing like the trampoline with the kid. It was the same thing and at the back door.
I get the fear because we had a dog over at my mom's house. That was a pit bull, full bred, abused though, and he killed our cat, my cat actually.
And I can't imagine
Yeah.
that. And I just
And
lost
it's
3
terrible.
animals.
It-
I just lost
yeah.
3 and I'm going on 4.
And it's a terrible feeling, and that's why we're trying to get her out. And that's why we have to go to Texas because we don't have anyone.
When you guys
Right.
don't communicate with me, it scares me. When you don't show me that you care about the situation, it makes me feel like I'm living with sociopaths.
Sorry, I said this a long time ago as a passing statement, but I am really bad with the communication, like with the texting. Face to face is just so much easier. It's easier for everybody to get their point across without
Yeah,
like
but you guys
reading
were
between the
working
lines.
and I didn't want to call you at work.
And I
Right.
appreciate that
Yeah.
because I would answer.
And I wasn't mad at you. I know that this is not your control. The thing that makes me mad is when you don't respect our relationship. I wasn't mad at you about something you can't control.
Yeah.
This is new for you two. We took her outside so she could spend some time outside. We put her in the basement.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, where do we go from here?
I don't know. I don't know what to do. You guys have to have a place that you can have Kira. So I know that you're not going to want to stay here.
She's accounted for till Wednesday. I mean, we're all accounted for till Wednesday. We get back on Wednesday. I'm not sure what time. And at that point, she could probably still stay over at my mom's house.
Does your mom have other animals? That
No.
might be really good for her just for a minute.
Yeah. But also, my mom looks like everything in her house is white. All of her furniture, all of her carpets. So that's another. But, so that'll. I guess, where do we go from here?
Why don't we
Like,
reconnect on Tuesday?
What'd you say?
Why don't we reconnect?
I think that you guys should find a place
Yeah, and
as quickly as possible.
we can work on getting everything out like as soon as Thursday.
Okay, well, you have until the end of the month. I mean, I don't want you to be homeless. I care about people. I want you to find a place. Do you have some place to go? I mean,
Yeah, between our families, we have places to go.
but can you find an apartment? Is that what your ultimate goal is?
Kind of somewhat. It's almost looking like there's going to be vacancy in my mom's house. So we have to play that one out by ear. But we're not going to end up like homeless or anything under any circumstances.
So what do you want to do?
So, I guess we'll get out of here ASAP, but like, is there going to be any sort of like conflict with the 30 days thing?
What do you mean?
You know, there's
What do
got to
you
be
want?
30 days written notice.
What do you want?
If we're out before the month, can we just get the deposit and this month's rent, I guess?
Well, I have to hold your deposit until I have the electric bill,
Right, okay.
and then I'll give it back to you. And yes, I can prorate your rent. And give it back to you.
Okay.
Yeah, you have my word.
Okay.
But I do
Okay,
need to
good.
have the electric bill covered,
Yeah.
and I need to make sure the whole downstairs is like I left it.
And
Okay.
what about the water bill?
The electric, the water, the gas, and the trash are
Okay.
on one bill.
Oh, they are. Okay,
Mhm.
that makes sense.
So yeah, just,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna hold your money. I don't want to hurt you guys. I just don't want to live in turmoil and worrying about in a shitty smelling backyard and trash cans and hair and not. And I want to have an environment that it's equal. Maddie and I work really hard to make these things equal. We struggle with it every week, making sharing this huge ass house equal. And adding another person into it, not making those things equal, makes it very hard. I work really hard long days, and I don't work a lot, but they kick my ass, and it takes me 3 days to recover. And I don't want to have to babysit.
all right, well, those days are over. Kira's not an issue anymore beyond this point.
I'm sorry
I know
that
we're
this
gonna
happened with Kira. I like her.
I'm sorry it happened too. That is scary.
Okay, well, at least thank you, because I feel like you're treating me like I'm just trying to create this. When we
No.
rounded back last time and things were back to normal, I felt really good about you here. I felt really good about welcoming you to the pool. I felt really good about having you guys come downtown, go in the hot tub. I felt like, okay, we're on a good track. It's gonna be okay.
And
That's
yeah,
how I
this is
felt.
why I like the talking in person
Okay.
over text messages and just like Because it seems like every time it is that, it's like this kind of something's boiling, and then the text messages, and then there's uncertainty, and then it gets everyone flustered.
Yeah.
And then
You're right.
next thing, we're yelling at each other. Or like, you know,
Okay.
but it's...
Well, you don't fight fair.
What
You say things about my character, and then I came back at you.
With all due respect,
With the
you
grow hair.
have said things against our character as well. Like, the other day when you called Katie a sociopath, she was in the room with me, and that actually affected her.
Well,
because
I'm
she's-
wondering why you don't have any feelings about something that is impacting my life so tremendously. It feels like there's no feeling of like, oh my God, I'm sorry, or oh my God, let's keep this house nice together. It feels like I say to you one day, clean the stairs, and it takes 3 days to. And I say, hey, how are you? And you say good, and you keep walking.
Oh,
That to me.
Usually I respond with how are you, and then I say it too quietly, I think, honestly.
Well, I'm sorry I said that to you. I'm sorry. Because over these past 2 weeks, I really have learned to like you.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings.
I appreciate that.
I mean it.
And I forgive you for it.
Okay. So either way, I don't want you to be my enemy. I still want to call you and pay you for a job. But you do take a long time to do them, and somebody else wouldn't.
The toilet, I even looked at that.
Well, the downstairs, you're like, instead of coming up and maybe you can learn this about another job, Robbie. You know, instead of coming up and communicate with me, you're trying to like wrestle it and do it this certain way. And all you had to do is come up and say, Alexis, can I do that? And it would have probably been a lot easier on you.
Right. So typically for my work requirements, or at least I hold myself to a really high standard. So if it was set up a certain way and it was meant to work a certain way, like with that shower pan, I was very determined to make it work. And if I'd have spent another couple hours on it, it would have. But yeah, I guess most people like building their own houses are like, no, it's on the blueprints that way. It has to go.
Well,
that way.
this is
So
an old house, and that's.
right, but that like when it comes to plumbing, I really hold a lot of integrity to what I do. Like with that toilet, I could have totally nig-rigged some like jig, some just real bad. Plumbing, that's just what you call it. Like I totally could have just slapped something together. That was terrible. But I knew that over time I was going to rot your floors, and so it took 2 trips to Home Depot. Which took some time, but I wanted to make sure that I did it right.
Okay, well, I'm sorry I insulted you about doing it for a long time.
Yes, because like when you are paying people to do it, like
You want it
I
done right,
ripped myself
not
off.
fast.
With every single plumbing job I've done for you, I've ripped myself off. I've left money on the table, but I had no problem doing it because the experience was worth it to me. Like the experience of just, I don't know, coming, being my own face in my own like plumbing gig.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do extra good work,
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay.
and it does take time.
So you guys are flying to Texas?
No.
No, you're driving, and that's partially why it was a half day for it's only 9 hours.
Yeah, but it's like the COVID capital of the world
Oh,
right now. Texas.
oh, sweet.
And Florida.
Not
Be
Texas.
careful wearing your mask.
And so Savannah's not allowed to come to Florida with me and come back to her shared house without wearing a mask 24 hours a day.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, we're going to El Paso, which is really pretty
to
dense.
someone's house?
Yeah, we're going to be at my grandma's house.
Don't go out a lot.
Yeah.
Other places.
Yeah,
Please don't bring COVID back here.
yeah. I mean, if it makes you feel any better when we come back for our stuff, I guess we could
Okay.
sanitize before we come in, like masks, and all that nonsense.
Okay.
Well, it's not nonsensical
Oh,
words,
okay.
but
All right. So you guys have a place, and that was your intention?
yeah.
Okay. When were you going to tell me that?
Well, so I want to wait for you to get home, and you got home pretty recently, right? You haven't
Yeah.
been home like less than an hour.
No.
Okay. I like talking in person more. I feel like I accomplish more, and like I don't know, when I text people all the time, it just gets out of control or something.
Okay. So you guys already had intentions on leaving and moving out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not moving out, just going to Texas for now. We didn't know about the moving out part though.
We
What you
had
wanted.
more than half of mine that I was
Yeah.
gonna get brought
Well, I know
up.
you don't want to be around, not around her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So
a huge thing.
yeah, I mean, common sense. If Curious leaving, we're gonna follow shortly after.
Okay. So when can I show people down? When can I show a nurse downstairs if I get one in the next 30 days? when all of your things are out? Is that what is your plan?
We don't really have any like personal objects or anything downstairs. I'm not ashamed. Like you can walk down there.
I have not even advertised this. It's going to take me 2 weeks. I have no idea. You know, it's going to take a minute.
If
So,
while we're gone in Texas, you want to come and show somebody, like that's perfectly fine.
I doubt I'll be able to do
But
this in
if
3
it
days.
happens,
Okay.
like while we're gone, is fine. And then
So if you guys are moving some out, what is your plan for the next?
I guess, Katie, do you want to take the rest of the week off and just finish it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Why don't you just think about it and call me,
Okay.
please?
All right.
Just if it's just you're planning this for the first time tonight,
Yeah.
just call me, please,
Yeah.
by Wednesday.
All right,
Okay.
will do.
All right.
Are you driving your mom?
We're all gonna be taking shifts,
Okay.
but it's
Is
not
your
gonna
mom
be.
sick, or is she just wanting to get away from your stepdad?
She's. I don't really know.
Is
She
your
just-
grandmother sick?
No, she just wants. It's my grandma's
birthday.
birthday this week, so I think
Oh,
that there
okay.
might be something in the works for that.
Okay.
And then my uncle just bought a new house, and they want to.
So nobody has COVID.
No.
No, nobody in my family has COVID.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to be extra careful because of my clients.
Yeah. In fact, you
They
probably
might
should
want
be.
you to quarantine when you get back.
Yeah, we probably should just take the Thursday, Friday off. Though you're not really plans.
When COVID hit in Greeley and the cruise ships, my friend that went to Florida had to quarantine for 10 days because she was allowed to come to work.
See, the problem is with my job, you don't get COVID pay. You don't get anything. You're
How
just
did you wait?
yeah, and I can't afford that.
Yeah, they just
That's
expect
the
you to go in
problem.
there and like, if your clients get it.
Yeah,
forget it.
seriously. I mean,
It
they
is
didn't.
what it is.
They didn't force that other caregiver to get tested for COVID when the client she was working with
Her
got
primary
positive. One of my primaries, but it was over the vacation. They're like, oh, if you show symptoms, okay, but
Yeah, but-
keep fucking working and get everyone else sick.
Your shady company is being shady still.
Yeah. No, I thought that was fun, but let's
Okay,
go.
so just we'll talk by Wednesday. Be careful.
All right.
Drive safe.
Same to you guys. Can you grab the basket?
And I'm sorry about you. I'm sorry we couldn't work. Maybe I'm gonna get back. I'll check out Stroller.
The shower.
I've been like, there's been times where I've been home alone and I'm like, well, I got time to check out the toilet, but I don't know if like,
Oh, that's really out.
yeah, because that's probably something.
Yeah, that's right.
So that is what's up. I'm turning off the lights. Turning off the lights. Oh, fuck. Dude, my goddamn back. I don't think I can work with that one client anymore.
Pamela?
No. She was actually really nice to me today.
Which one?
Pamela, but Ricky. He pays good money, but fuck.